Alright, welcome back to another daily USDJPY video. Now let's just recap. This was that Monday candle here that I ended up saying this is where you start longing. So we'll be longing from here just to take out this previous high, because this showed that there was a lot of bulls trying to push it back up into some zone. So once we saw this close, your immediate action should have been to buy in this wick and take it up to this previous day high. So we've got that. Now, yesterday when I spoke about this candle, I did say there is a higher chance of it breaking the high before the low, but to be careful because of this big wick. So when we marked that out, it was just a little bit above the 50%, which is not strong enough for me to be more convinced that it was going to break the high than the low. So that's why I told you just to watch out, and I did jump into some shorts off of that 4 hour, which I let the Discord know about that one. So we jumped off shorts off here, and I told everyone to take profit at this support. So now that that's closed, just looking at the way this is, there is a high chance of it breaking this low now. So this is the area that is likely to break. And if we go back to the daily, we could also see that that was a strong bearish candle. So this is for the scalps. This is a zone you want to take, and that's where you want to try to take your TP for the day. But I'd like to see it go a little bit up before we do something like that. So I'd like to see it go into this zone, possibly into this resistance zone about there. Then I'll be looking for some scalps, and those scalps will be to target this zone. But just watch for the day. Try get in the best possible trade. If you want to just go off of a daily, get in where the 50% is. This is only if this candle doesn't get swept. So the only time I would play this is if we go up first into, before we sweep this, go up into this zone, I will take my short off of that. My stop loss will be previous high, and I will be targeting this low. That's my 80% profit take right there, which is like your 1-to-1, and then you can try to take it all the way down to here. So that's just something that I'll be looking at today. Let's just see how the 4 hour. Looking at the 4 hour, it found a little bit of support off of this. This just tells me that this support is not strong enough. If we had a nice engulfing candle like this here somewhere, I would have been more convinced that yes, we are going to make a new high. We are going to target this zone, but we didn't get that. So for now, just looking at it, there is a likely chance of it going further below. So if you are a buyer, for whatever reason you see a buy, I suggest having your buy here or here. If you are a short for today, this would be your zones to short off. There's a resistance there. So that would be your short. If you want to scale in shorts, you want to scale in from here, here, and you can go up to here. So if you are going to play that, you should have it set up in this type of manner, and you want to target that low. But for now, I feel like we're going to take previous day low before we start going up. Just looking at how strong the bears are going, it's all strong bearish candles. The bulls tried to come up here. That wasn't strong enough. That was maybe a 50-50 candle. So let's just mark that 4 hour candle. So it's a 50-50 candle, just above. It's got a little bit more bulls than bears. But if I was going to play this, which this is the spread time, so I couldn't jump in regardless, I would do a scalp like that, previous low. TP1 is previous high, and then you can take it all the way to TP2, which is that 4 hour wick. Let's just clean this up a bit. So that's the trade that I would have taken off of this 4-hour candle. I highly suggest looking at the candles, highly suggest looking at how the movement is, how it closes. Every candle has something to say. So just watch the candles. I like to look at the candles. This was your engulfing candle. This candle should have told you all you have to do is just keep going long. And if you went long 1-to-1 off of this candle, so if we went like this, the break, you would go, oops, wrong one. You would go here, you would go long. Your stop loss would have to be at that low, and all you would do is target a 1-to-1. And that's it. Like, it's really not that hard once you see what the candles can tell you. Higher time frames are much better for these type of setups. Look, you can do all this stuff on lower time frames, but you have to look through all these time frames to get the best idea. So like we said, we've got that daily. That daily shows me that there is a high chance of breaking this low, and your sellers would like to wait in these zones up here so they can at least make that 1-to-1 trade and possibly come all the way down here. Apart from that, happy trading.